Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks.
Hi everyone, we're your hosts. I'm Julia.
And I'm Avery.
We post 2 episodes every single week. Tuesdays are for Reality Digest, and Thursdays are for our Fame Files. I didn't explain what either of those were. My bad.
We say it every episode, so maybe we can spare the listener.
Any hivesies, we'll just jump right into Reality Digest, I guess, today, since I butchered
Yes.
our opening.
No, you did amazing, I think. I mean,
Thanks.
I'm certainly not here to judge,
There
but we are both ready for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yes,
And
oh my god.
we are trying to do our best to get these episodes out amongst the holiday
Yes.
celebrations. And Julia's birthday is on Wednesday. Or Tuesday.
No, it's on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Happy birthday, Julia!
And then I'm seeing Wicked Part 2 on Friday. Busy week. No boo
my God.
Thursday.
I have been howling at all the TikToks online that I see about like Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande being really weirdly obsessed with each other. It's actually sending me into orbit.
I eat it
Like,
up.
Some of them are so funny. It's literally like someone's like, "What's your favorite color?" And Cynthia's like, "Oh my God, that question just means so much to me."
I've loved their press. It's so funny.
It's just
the two
so
of them
funny.
are so funny.
I think the funniest part about it is that they like just don't even really realize that they're doing it, and it's like all the rest of us are like, why are they acting this bizarrely? They just have no clue. But
it'll be out for like a week by the time I see it, but
yeah, I probably won't see
I'm
it until it
excited
comes
to
out
go.
on Amazon.
That's fair.
I'll say this, like, I fell asleep during the first one.
Shut up. Take that out.
It
That's
was
slander.
really long. It was really long. I didn't
will
realize how
accept
long it was
no.
going to be. It's not slander. I'm just saying I fell asleep. I didn't realize how long it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like an hour and a half. It was like 3 hours. What was that about?
Yeah, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
But then
that's crazy.
This one is like 2 hours and 12 minutes.
God. Those poor editors.
Well, you know they make good money.
I hope so.
Yeah.
They better be getting a cut for sure.
Oh, for sure.
But
if it was any shorter, like, people would be making fun of how, like, intense Ariana and Cynthia were about it. If it, like, wasn't that long.
No, literally. You're probably right. Everybody would be like, what are y'all like,
all this for a 90-minute movie?
Like, you guys really did the most. And honestly, I still feel like they did the most. But I heard her say in an interview, maybe it was Jimmy Kimmel. She was like, or I always get the two of them mixed up. It was one of them. And maybe it was Jimmy Fallon. I think it was Jimmy Fallon. She was like, we filmed it 3 years ago. And I was like,
yeah, they did. But they filmed for 2 years straight, I think.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, it was like, because some of their BTS, they're like wearing masks, like deep COVID time masks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a long time ago when they started.
That's wild. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I think we could maybe use a break from the Wicked propaganda, so I am like maybe a little happy about it. But also, speaking of good things coming to an end, Special Forces ended this week.
Okay, I was like the world's biggest hater at the beginning. I kid you not, I had tears in my eyeballs at the finale. I was like, I wanted to cry.
I know, isn't it so fun seeing them finish?
I felt so proud, and I was like, thank God, just thank God it's women.
Right.
Like, no man deserved to win. Not this season.
Totally agree. I actually totally agree with you. I was so happy for Sean and Gia. I was bummed about Brie, but she did really well.
Brie, I think she released like a quote where she said, it was something about, she was like, I was just really hungry, and I knew I had done the whole thing, so I just wanted to go.
Honestly, mood, because it's like, at that point, like, what is them telling you that you passed really doing for you?
Oh yeah, she was like, I've proven myself, I don't want to be here anymore, I'm not getting buried alive, and I'm fucking hungry. That's what
JoJo
she said.
Siwa did a similar thing when she was on her season.
Is there ever, like, you make it out of the whole thing, but then they don't pass?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever, like, this is so dramatic.
No,
like,
yeah.
Why would you not pass them?
No, not all. They would never do that. Not if you did everything right. If they would have taken you out like they did with Sean and Andrew. Or sorry, with Andrew and Cody.
Andrew and Cody, yeah. And thank God for that. I've been waiting for Cody to leave since day one.
Seriously.
He finally got booted because he couldn't listen.
you know that he was having such a hard time with that little woman yelling at him.
Yeah.
Like, he
Well, like,
clearly has such an issue with women as authority figures.
he said he was so angry he was like he shut down. He went into stubbornness of never speaking because he couldn't possibly communicate with this woman.
I know. Insane.
Ridiculous.
I'm like, why is he like this, dude? How do you even
I don't know.
how do you even create a man like Cody?
Yeah. And then Andrew being removed, I didn't really understand. But oh well.
I will say this. I'm not sure that Andrew is the sharpest knife in the drawer.
I just didn't get it. I was like, was he supposed to volunteer to dunk himself over them?
No, he wasn't listening. He kept trying to come up with ways to outsmart the people who were interrogating him. They tell them certain things to do. They're like, build rapport, tell the truth, but not the whole truth, come up with a plausible story, and he did none of those things. So I think that's what his downfall was. I was so uncomfortable in the moment where the interrogators made Bree tell Cody to his face that she thinks he's creepy.
I wasn't uncomfortable with that. I was like, he deserves to hear this.
Oh my god. I was like, I just felt bad for her. I felt like secondhand embarrassment for her.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
I
for
normally
him,
am
I
a
guess.
big secondhand embarrassment person, but like at some point, men are just so annoying you have to say it to their face.
Cody's diabolical, and honestly, like, I'm glad that he didn't pass because
if it had been him, like just him, I never would have watched. I never would watch another season if he had won.
Yeah, like, I don't feel as though even the staff wanted him to quit. Or
the
to
staff
pass.
were rooting for the women so hard. I loved them.
I know, that's never happened before. It's always been majority male, or at least one guy, one girl.
Yeah.
So that was fascinating. It's so cute to me seeing them like hug the DS and stuff.
I know, and they're finally friendly with each other.
Sean was not as happy as I thought she was gonna be. I feel like she was low-key like traumatized.
I think she was just tired as fuck, and I think she was upset that Andrew wasn't there.
Yeah, probably. But I do think it's kind of funny that she passed and he didn't.
I do agree, but I knew that Sean was gonna pass from like day one. There was like no chance for me that Sean wasn't gonna pass.
Me too. I really like both of them, but they do kind of give me weird like Stepford husband and wife vibes a little bit. I don't know.
You're gonna have to explain that reference to me. I don't know what that is.
Honestly, I don't even really know what the actual reference is, but just the way that they talk about their marriage and their kids and each other, to me, just almost feels like they're trying to portray this perfect, unrealistically perfect image. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know. I mean,
I also just don't love a family blogger. Like, I don't love when people use their kids.
when she said she was a family blogger, I didn't realize that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, and I don't blame her for this at all. Obviously, she's a very accomplished woman. Like, she's a multiple time Olympian, I think, and
she won Dancing with the Stars.
And she won Dancing with the Stars.
And now she's won Special Forces. Like, what can this woman not do?
I know. But, like, ultimately, because she dedicated so much of her life to gymnastics, I doubt she went to college. So she probably doesn't have a degree. And she's also kind of semi-famous. So I'm guessing it would be kind of hard for her to, like, get into a regular line of work. I feel like most Olympians end up coaching, but...
Yeah, she went to college for, like, a year, I think.
Okay, yeah, and like, there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, like, you don't have to go to college, whatever. I mean, she won a freaking Olympic gold medal.
She was
I don't know.
too busy going to the Olympics.
Yeah, like, I'm no one to be speaking about that, but something about their vibe is just like a little bit off to me. I don't know what it is. I think it's because also I know Blast from the Past. I know that they're friends with Jesse and Eric Decker, who were on the season earlier, and I really don't like the two of them. And so the fact that...
I forgot about Jesse and Eric, TBH.
I think we need to look back and reflect on the fact that when we started this season, Jussie Smollett was a character.
Yeah, that's like a whole different era.
Yeah, it feels like that was a really long time ago. Do you have any predictions of who's going to be on this show next season?
Yeah, but you're not gonna like it.
We already said Dylan Efron on a previous episode.
That's my like largest prediction.
I think that there's a chance that they could have Jax Taylor since Brittany was on this season.
Ew.
And now Jax is out of a job because he's not on the
man.
Valley anymore. So I could see them asking him to do it.
You know, it would be so funny. Whitney, Mormon Wives, Whitney.
I bet you a Mormon wife. I don't know if it'll be Whitney, but I bet you a Mormon wife will do it.
Well, we can get to it, but have you seen all this stuff about her being in New York auditioning for stuff?
Oh my god, I saw that she was in New York. I was hoping I would see her, but I didn't.
Somebody
know
on
that
like
that's
a
what she was there
Reddit
for.
thread posted that they saw her inside of like a Broadway like rehearsal space situation.
I bet you she's auditioning for Roxy.
Chicago, yeah.
That would be so sick. Yeah, I bet a Mormon wife will be on it. I bet a couple other Bravo stars and
They'll probably do the
Dylan
husband wife
Efron.
situation again because
Yeah. You know what I think they should do is siblings.
I think me and my brother would tear it up there.
I'll bleep it out. You know what else I was thinking too? I thought this was funny. Like they were trying to like make Andrew all uncomfortable by dunking Sean in the water. I would have done that to you, no problem. Like I feel like you would have been fine with that.
Here was my thing. I don't want to discredit anyone's like situation, like for how were they feeling in that moment. I did not think any of the interrogation was hard.
I agree. The only part that would have taken me out was the baby crying in the headphones.
Maybe because that's so overstimulating, like I can only imagine. But like as soon as the DS were like, they just have to be buried alive and then they're done, they pass. I was like, that's it?
Yeah, I don't, it's like so hard because it says that they've been in the interrogation for 11 hours, but I just don't know how much of that I believe.
Well, also like when he said that they have to be buried alive in mud, I thought they were going to be dunked into a mud pit and forced to stay under the mud.
Me too.
And I was like, that's when I would bow out. But all they were doing was moving a plank of wood.
For like literally 1 minute, I feel like they were under there.
I thought that was really stupid.
That was weird. And they kept taking the lid off and putting it back on. I'm like,
yeah,
why?
I was like, this isn't what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be way harder than this.
Yeah, I would have dunked you in that water so quick.
Literally,
I'd been like, she's dirty.
She's
she
fine.
needs a bath.
Like, her hair needs to be washed. It stinks.
She's like, you smell like shit. Literally, get in the water immediately. Thank God, honestly. This is what they're doing. But it was a good season. I loved our winners, and I kind of do hope that Whitney's on a next season because I actually think she would eat. But
speaking
something
of Whitney,
that she did not eat.
Oh yeah.
Devastation on my end was Dancing with the Stars.
I felt so bad for you. I was also shocked. Like, jaw on the floor shocked. What I will say, like, her dances this particular week were not my favorites because I don't think for me anything will top whatever the hell that dance was last week for her. What is it?
The Argentine tango.
That was like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And then this week her dances were, I was like, meh. They're like great, obviously, because she's fantastic. But I was like, nothing's gonna top that last dance for me.
Yeah, because the slower dances, like the second one she did, are just usually not as entertaining. But she did. It was like a beautiful dance.
It wasn't going home worthy.
No. Oh my God. No.
I was
none of her
very
dances have
confused.
been.
I was very confused.
Like, and honestly, you know what I think I realized? Obviously, I don't know anything about the technicality of any of these dances, and I never have, and I never will. But like, I don't really think I like the cha-cha. Like every time somebody does a cha-cha, I always feel like something about it feels off to me.
I don't know.
That was her first dance, so I feel like maybe that was part of it. But I mean, when I say devastation, like I was devastated that she went home. Not because I was like wanting, I mean, of course, like I wanted her to win because I thought she was amazing and I thought she deserved it. I didn't care if she won. I just wanted to see all of her dances because she's so fun to watch, and Mark is such a good choreographer and he's so creative that like I just wanted to see them like do a freestyle.
I think she was 100% worthy of going to the finale. Who
Absolutely.
is not worthy of going to the finale is fucking Dylan Efron. And I texted you this. He strategically brought Zach so that he could stay.
I think you're right. And I honestly am not buying that him and Zach are like as close as I feel like he's trying to make it seem like they are.
No, I don't.
And if I were Zach, I would be a little bit annoyed at, and Zach probably doesn't care because if let's say this, if I was famous and you were like, if I was Zach and you were Dylan, I wouldn't like, I would be like happy for you for all of your success, obviously. But if I were Zach, and like obviously taking my familial connections out of it, I would be like, bro, what are you doing, man?
I'm getting offended that you may be Dylan in this situation.
Well, because I have to think of because I'm saying it from my perspective. I can't say you would be happy for me because I'm not you.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, it's oranges to apples, genuinely. Like, I would never do that to you. But if I were Zach, I'd be like, what is going on? Why is my brother doing all these reality shows?
What was so funny to me is at one point they panned to Zach, like the cameraman did, as soon as Dylan got his scores, and Zach's like clapping and he looks at their mom and he's like, are those good scores? Like you could tell that's exactly what he said to the mom. So then you can tell immediately that he has never seen an episode of this season.
Nope.
And if my brother was on a show, I would be either there every week or I would be watching it remotely.
Yes. Especially because Zac Efron lives in LA, if I had to guess.
So that was so interesting to me. Like, what do you mean are those good scores? First of all, they're
Yeah.
9s. What do you think it's out of? 14,000?
He's like, oh, is that 9 out of 100?
Yeah, literally.
he's like, damn.
He's
What
like,
did I
he's
come
like
to this show for?
Literally. He's like, she sucks. Also, did you notice Dylan was wearing heels? It was cracking me up.
Oh my god, yeah, they do that sometimes, but I feel like I never notice it. That's funny. I'll have
Which
to
is
look up the
fine, but like
picture.
there's already such a height difference. I didn't like. I guess it's just for the costuming. No.
Yeah, yes. I think it's like probably has something to do with the rules, maybe.
Yeah.
But I actually thought his first dance was literally a step above Andy. Like, I'm not even kidding.
I wrote at least he's moving, but he's giving nothing. Literally so bad. And his second dance, I wrote, I forgot to watch, which I did. I I glanced at my phone and then never looked back up, and then all of a sudden it was done.
I think it was a samba or something, and it was like I thought that it was like the best dance that he had done, but like
Dang, should've watched. Maybe I'll go
genuinely, I couldn't even tell you what any of the content was. I couldn't tell you anything specific about it, and also he is just so bad, and I've had it with him.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see him. Well, we will have to see him in the finale.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to see him dance 3 times.
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot about that. Elaine finally got her first perfect score. But honestly,
diabolical.
It is diabolical because I feel like these weren't her best dances.
I feel like everyone was saying that,
better.
but I thought she did well.
No, she did great. I'm just saying I think I've liked some of her other dances a little bit better.
Yeah.
And she just deserved 10s in the past, but she was great, and I think she has a hot shot at winning. Like, I genuinely think she has a large chance to win.
I hope she does. Elaine is my winner.
And that's
Who's
so
yours?
fair. I can't speak on it. I'll get upset. I don't want to speak it into the universe that and then it doesn't come true.
Well, I think I'll speak for you then. Julia's winner, if I had to guess, if I had to make an inference, is Robert Irwin. That is my hypothesis.
I won't confirm or deny.
But I thought his jive was amazing. Robert's jive. The choreography was fabulous.
Which one was the jive? The first one or the second one?
I don't know, because now I don't have anything written down for 2 dances for him. So now I'm feeling like I maybe forgot to write anything down.
Okay, so his first dance, the energy was insane. And
was the jive.
Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming. That's what that was. I don't typically write down this style of dance because I just don't understand it enough to feel as if I can speak on it.
Yeah.
But he did a toe pull up at the beginning, and I was like, my God.
Toe pull up?
No, because he's literally pulling his whole body up from his toes.
Yes, I remember that, but you saying toe pull up makes me feel like he's literally hanging upside down like a bat and pulling himself up with his toes.
It was cool though. And then they did the head flip over. That was cool too.
No, that dance was so good. She ate that choreography up.
Oh God, it was great.
He did so well.
It was great. I didn't like the outfits is the only thing I wrote. I thought they were ugly. I thought Whitney's outfit was so ugly.
Oh, I don't even remember, but honestly, so often I feel like their outfits are hideous.
Yeah. I think I wrote that their outfits were much better than the second dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know who's dance I low-key didn't like? Alex's Argentine tango. I thought she looked like a fish out of water.
I agree. I did not think that was her best dance.
No, it was just, I don't think it's the right style for her.
Agreed.
I think she slays so many other styles, and this one just wasn't it. And I think it was way too complicated of a dance to give her when she has to learn 2 in 1 week.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's not I guess they'll all have to do that eventually, but I just think it was not I think she's so much better at, because I'm pretty sure that that's a Latin dance, and the other one that she did was a ballroom dance.
Yeah, she just looked.
And I think she does better in the ballroom dances. Her second dance is really good.
Oh yeah, the Purple Rain dance was fantastic. Everything was so smooth, and her and Val, they're able to have so much chemistry on the dance floor. I was like, oh my God. I really liked it. I liked the second one.
Yeah, that dance was good. I felt, I did not think that her Argentine tango was good.
No, I thought she was flopping around. I was like,
but
Alex,
also,
I know you can do better than this. I've seen you do better than this.
I know. Well, I also just think seeing Whitney's Argentine tango the week before,
I was like, there's nothing that can compare.
Yeah, she was just so good. I just think the sharpness was not Alex's shining moment. But something that I noticed that the judges said to her was that she was most improved. They literally said that to Dylan 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And I was so who is it then?
Who is it? And then just
I've had it with them. I thought Jordan and Ezra's dances were also good. I didn't have too much to say about them.
Agreed. I just think this whole season has just been such a testament to how much harder they are on the women than they are the men, because
100%.
Jordan got some harsh comments comparatively to like Dylan. Like, I'm sorry, I'm always gonna go back to it. Like,
Jordan, I think you blinked once, and I'm gonna mark you for it.
Carrie Ann's like, you raised your eyebrows off time.
You showed me your teeth, and I just didn't appreciate it.
Yeah. And I thought the Prince night was super fun, but unfortunately it was ruined by the best dancer on Dancing with the Stars going home. I've also been seeing a lot online of Jen saying that she hopes Whitney doesn't win and that she's rooting for Robert, which, like, fine to root for Robert. It's not his fault that
You
she's
don't
saying
have
that.
to tear
But
somebody else down while you do it.
why is she literally a jealous bitch?
I wish I knew what happened, because they were rooting so hard, I feel, when they were both on the show together. What changed?
She was never rooting for Whitney. Whitney was rooting for her. But I just honestly...
Wait, but how do you know that? I don't remember that, like, being a narrative.
Because all the time, Whitney would, like, repost Jen's dances and be like, vote for Jen, or she would be, like, in the background of Jen's little chat with Julianne, like, after she danced before she got her swords, and she'd be, like, in the back, like, vote for Jen. And Jen would literally never do any of that for her. And then has literally said so many things afterwards, like... Literally, she said on a live with Jan after she got eliminated, well, I would be voting for the other Mormon wife, but I'm like, you guys are going to see why I'm not after season 3. My thing with, because this was before, obviously, the season came out.
Filmed so long ago.
That's what I'm saying.
My thing is, you know what's in the season. You were there.
Yeah.
So why now are you switching it up?
Right. I really sympathized with Jen when she got eliminated, because I felt bad for her, because I know that she was probably embarrassed. But now I think she's letting her embarrassment turn into, like,
hatred,
truly being mean.
Yeah.
It's not cute, Jen.
That's interesting.
And, like,
I mean, I still haven't finished Mormon Wives, so I don't really know what happens. But...
Right. Well, I mean, this is not even a spoiler alert. Barely, like, pretty much nothing happens between Jen and Whitney, so I don't...
So then what the hell?
I don't really know what her beef is, but nonetheless, I mean, maybe she watched it back and saw some things that she didn't like, but nonetheless, I hope Elaine wins, and... if Elaine doesn't win, then I hope Robert wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll say about that.
Let's pray.
Seriously. Speaking of some Mormon wives, should we talk about episode 2?
Absolutely.
Reminder: we're going 1 episode per week because we talk too much. So.
Well, yeah, we have some issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an interesting episode, but, like, overall, I was bored. So we have, like, the literally scream fighting between Jordan and Jesse to, like, kick us off. And Jesse leaves and announces that Jordan and her are, like, officially, like, on a 90-day little trial separation situation. And I guess they'll only talk about their relationship, like, when they're in therapy,
I guess.
I don't know.
This seems so weird to me. I was so uncomfortable listening to that conversation that they were having off camera. And I do sympathize with him, because I, too, would be mad if my partner cheated on me.
Yeah.
Like, I probably wouldn't be speaking the nicest to them either. But then also this week I watched the Vile Files interview with Jessie, and she talked about, like, just the verbal abuse and stuff, and that makes me, like, feel like I shouldn't be sympathizing with Jordan at all, because clearly he's been terrible to her, but, like, I also don't know the details, so I feel so conflicted.
Yeah, well, she says the verbal abuse, like, even in this episode, she mentions how it's, like, this is not the first time. Like, it's an emotionally abusive relationship even before she cheated.
No, it's true. I felt so uncomfortable hearing that conversation, and also jumping ahead a little bit into the episode since we're talking about them, like, Jessie reading those text messages between her and Marciano in public.
Talk about
that was insane.
Listen, first things first, if we're gonna talk goss, if we're gonna share some sketchy text messages, as everyone has done, maybe not to this extent, give them the damn phone. Let them read it in their... Let them read it silently.
Right. I would have been humiliated.
I was so confused as to why she felt the need that she needed to read each of these messages out loud in a setting that was not appropriate, in a setting that was not private, when she could have done it not 10 minutes prior, when the 3 of them were sitting outside all apologizing to each other.
I 1000% agree. There were so many settings in which we could have done this. I also just thought that it was weird in general that Jordan even showed up to that event, to be honest.
I too agree that it was weird, because I'm like, you have no relationship with Michaela individually. And, like, maybe
matter of
her
fact,
husband...
she doesn't like you.
No, but, like, and, like, maybe he's friends with the husband, but, like, this isn't the husband's birthday party. This isn't a joint grown party. This is Michaela's birthday party. And
right.
like, why was he invited? Why was he there?
He
Don't
has weird
get it.
he has weird energy to me.
The only like significant other that made sense for being there was Macy's husband, because the four of them are so close.
Mm-hmm.
No other
Well,
man needed to be there.
Speaking of Macy and Michaela, them driving to go meet up with Marciano is actually the dumbest plot line I've ever seen. Why are we spending an entire episode?
It's truly just filler.
Thank you. That's a perfect word for it.
Yeah. They just needed
I
something
was
to
so
put there
disinterested.
because they wanted to drag on this Marciano conversation.
They want to drag on the Marciano thing, and like, as much as everybody's gonna hate to hear it, the truth of the matter is they were grasping for stuff to put in, because the entire episode can't just be about Jesse, but their two main characters weren't there. Taylor wasn't there.
Literally. Well, Taylor came back in this episode.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but like, I guess I was really referring to Demi and Whitney because they're just like always the center of the drama, but like neither of them were in this episode. So they like didn't have anything to do. So we have to, it's like, I get that they're trying to give Macy and Michaela more of a storyline, but ultimately, like, I feel like, here's my thing. This is going to be controversial and it's going to be kind of mean, and I don't mean this personally towards any of the three women that I'm about to mention. I think that they need to make a decision between Macy, Michaela, and Layla. And honestly, I'm going to throw Miranda in there too, but at least she brings the fact that she was actually a swinger. About who they're going to cut, because there's too many bodies in this show. There's too many people, it's too many storylines, and we have 4 characters giving absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree about the storylines because I feel like we're only focusing on one damn storyline and I'm bored.
Fair. That's fair. I feel like it's just their storylines. And I will say, at least for Michaela, her storyline does become a little bit more compelling as we move on. Like, she kind of like opens up a lot about her past, and like her relationship with her husband is struggling, so that becomes more interesting. But like Layla and Macy in particular, I just feel like they are truly offering nothing to the show other than just like being a side character that gives commentary.
I think Macy is funny, but I am so irritated with Layla. Every episode she gets on my damn nerves. And one thing, okay, this is also mean. All of her teeth are the same size. All of her teeth are the same size, and it irritates me.
Interesting. Do you think she has veneers?
Yeah, she looks like a shark.
The veneer epidemic has got to be stopped.
Like, Layla, I think you're so beautiful, but your teeth scare the shit out of me.
She's too young to be doing that shit to her face.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? I also think she's too young to be on this show, me personally.
Oh,
I think that's part of the problem.
She's so little. Like, she's so young. She has so much more.
She's so little.
Than just, like, this show.
Agreed. And she also has, like, 2 kids. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I understand. I want her to get the paycheck, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm just not sure that Layla is like made for reality TV, and I kind of feel the same way about Macy
and
Michaela.
She can still make the same amount of money if she just influences.
I totally agree, and it'd probably be a lot less stress on her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, oh my god, like, can we move it along? I'm so tired of Marciano's funky ass. Like, I do not need him on my screen anymore.
I know. Well, I feel like this should have been the end of it. Marciano admits to Macy and Michaela that he was lying about doing anything beyond kissing with Jesse. And then he says that Demi is behind a lot of the stuff that he has said, and that he has kissed me. He says all that. And I'm like, I don't believe a single word that comes out of your mouth.
He's a liar, and he just wants screen time. He's a clout chaser.
That's what they say in this entire episode, and I'm like, so then why are you immediately believing what he said?
And why are they continuing to give him screen time? This is not Vanderpump
And why are they
This is Secret Lives of Mormon
him
Wives.
In this, like, beaver restaurant? I was so confused.
I mean, I'm like, I get it that there's not a lot going on in Utah or Nevada. I think he maybe lives in Vegas.
I think.
But like, come on, like, let's move it along. Like,
well, like,
I do not need to see any more Marciano.
Yeah, that should have been the end of it, and I just know that it's not.
No, it's not. No, you're right. It's absolutely
Super
not.
annoying.
So yeah, wasn't my favorite episode. I did enjoy the conversation between Taylor and Dakota post her retreat.
I liked that.
They have the most awkward dynamic ever with one another, but I do appreciate Taylor's maturity.
I get so irritated every time a father says how tired he is from watching his kids for a week or 2.
He's like, dude, I think I only slept 11 hours. Like,
he's like, I barely slept. He kept waking me up at 6 a.m.
talk about somebody whose maturity was stunted at like age 15.
Like any father that babysits their kids, it's
Baby, you
like
can't
you can't babysit your own
PSA.
damn kid.
Pop cult PSA, you cannot babysit your own kid.
That is your child.
So,
And he
yeah,
like
that
can't
was a
commit
lot.
to like a more than a year long agreement for watching the kids.
I know. It was so fascinating
was
actually
like,
watching
what?
her talk about the custody agreement. She's like, it's just funny because she's so young, but she has so much experience with co-parenting
Yeah.
already because she literally has 2 baby daddies at this point. Like that was an interesting conversation for me to watch because obviously like I don't have any clue.
Well, I like
stuff
how
like
it's
that
just
works.
assumed that they have to live full time with her, and then he could have them if he's
I
free,
know.
if he's not busy.
Yeah, if he's not
He's
busy
like, well, I
cheating
just
on
don't
her
know
with
where
other
my
women.
life is going with. What?
Like you're too old for this shit. Figure it out. Nobody's
Hurts
giving you
me.
the benefit of the doubt anymore. We're over it. So yeah, I think episode 3 maybe Demi will make her reappearance, maybe even Whitney, I'm not sure. So hopefully next episode will be more interesting.
Okay, slay.
I do want to mention that the reunion was announced and you have to watch it this year because you didn't watch last year.
I'll watch it.
And it is hosted by none other than the queen of reality TV herself, Stassi Schroeder.
Did it not already come?
So this is like what's so iconic about this. It comes out on December 4th, which is the same day as Vanderpump Rules season 12.
Sick. Okay.
And I just think that that's so funny because out of all of her Vanderpump Rules co-stars, Stassi is the only one who has evolved past Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's no longer on a Bravo show. The majority of them still are, or are still involved in Bravo with Bravo in some way. Like Stassi wasn't at BravoCon or anything. So I just think that that's so iconic, and I really hope that I know she's like kind of friends with them because of the whole Vanderpump Villa thing. So I'm really hoping that she actually goes hard on them and doesn't just like let them off easy. But
yeah, I
Stassi,
think it'll be fun.
we love you. I don't really know if you know all that much about Stassi, but I love her.
I just know what you've told me.
Oh my god, she's an icon. She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. I feel like the real it girl, though, at the moment is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Speaking of Bravo, this episode was jam-packed.
So I feel like, we're all trying to figure out, like, who's telling the truth? Brittany or Lisa and Meredith? I feel as if it's obvious. I also feel as if you're not gonna throw a full surprise party potluck for someone you think is lying.
That's such a good point. I agree. I feel like there's still, like, I am genuinely, I mean, here's the thing. I think if Meredith and Lisa could watch the season as they're filming it, then they would not be going as hard for themselves as they are.
Yeah.
But I totally agree with you. Like, I do not believe anything that's coming out of the two of their mouths. No. I am fully 100% team Brittany and the rest of the cast.
As much as I don't really enjoy Brittany's presence and I could care less if she's like on the show or not, like I do feel for her in this moment. She did not deserve to be, nobody deserves to be treated the way that she was treated if said treatment did happen, and I believe that it did.
To be clear.
Yeah, to be clear, I fully believe, like, how can 5 different people, or however many people it is, have the same story?
Yes.
Like, let's be detectives here for a second.
And put 2 + 2 = 4. And
yeah.
Also, the other thing that makes me believe it even more is the fact that Bronwyn is believing everyone else over Meredith and Lisa. Like,
and Mary.
Yes, and Mary. That's so true. Mary's not gonna... Mary still doesn't like Brittany. And honestly... neither does Bronwyn, really.
Yeah, but they both came there because they were believers.
Yes, literally. I mean, even if, like, Brittany were to be dramatizing some of it, like, they were all being a bit dramatic, I'm sure that they were. That's their job, is to be dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though it was still bad enough for them to even dramatize it to that level.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Like, it's not like they just made this huge jump. Like, it still had to be pretty bad. Even if it's not as bad as they're saying. This, like, potluck that Whitney set up, I was screaming the entire time. Like, it was so funny. Brittany's like, oh my god, I'm so touched by their high body count hair. I was like, this woman genuinely is just not real. Like, she cannot be real.
The Build-A-Bear, that was so funny.
The Build-A-Bear was hilarious. Mary was way too happy to tell her that she did not write her a message.
Brittany's like, okay.
Brittany was like, aw, Mary, I love you too. And Mary was like, I never said that.
I didn't say that. She's like, don't quote me as saying that. Oh my god, and then Bronwyn's not wearing her wedding ring.
I forgot about this.
And we find out that she kicked Todd out. Because Todd was being a little jerkwad.
Not Todd got kicked out. Like, for
Todd
the
gets
house that
kicked
he
out,
pays
and
for.
then Todd's begging to come back. And then, spoiler alert, they have a conversation at the end of the TV show where I'm like, Todd, this is not the same man that was begging to come back. You can't even look up from your damn phone.
I cannot believe that he had that conversation on camera.
I
That
I
was
kind of feel for
crazy.
Bronwyn. Like, I want her to, like, get her money with him or whatever, but at what cost? At what point can you just, like, say it's not worth it?
I know, like, it's just not working, and they just clearly don't like each other. And I just feel like she is trying to convince him to open up the relationship because she wants to open up the relationship because she's also not happy. But I also don't think that Bronwyn ever would have even broached this conversation with him had he not been, like, cheating on her.
Literally.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's because I don't really see Bronwyn. Bronwyn is not somebody who's, like, boy crazy, you know? Like, she's not Brittany. It's not like she needs to have a man in her life, you know? At least from my perspective.
Oh my god, talk about a weird conversation. Was Brittany and what's his fucking name?
Oh my god, Jared.
Jared. And they're in the woods, but like the woods is like next to the road, and she's like sobbing, but there's like this poor old man walking behind her. And he's like, wait, and goes and runs up and hugs her when he just broke up with her. I'm like, what?
I mean, I have literally not seen a more immature conversation in my 26 years on Earth.
Scared.
Like, Brittany couldn't even look him in the eye. That was so weird. Did you notice that?
Yeah, no, she couldn't.
They, like, wouldn't
couldn't
look at each other
in
in the eye.
And I'm like, this isn't a height difference thing. You're purposely avoiding each other's faces.
No, literally. And then his weird little one-on-one with the camera shouting to her from down the street.
What was
at
that?
The end.
Like,
that was so bizarre.
It was like I had to like stop myself from just fast forwarding through that part because I was like scared for my own life.
Why were his clothes so tight?
I don't know. I don't know.
That man needs genuine help. I mean, both of them do, but like, he's actually kind of scary.
I just really didn't know what was going on. I really didn't understand why they were talking. I didn't really understand why they needed to meet up. I was just confuzzled.
Here's my thing about the whole Brittany and Jared storyline. If these producers and editors and the crew is gonna make Brittany's relationship with Jared a main storyline, then they need to make her a full-time housewife.
Wait,
like,
is she not? What do you mean?
No. So, like, in the intro of the show, when they're all standing there, when the title comes up and it's like them with their little snowflakes, she is not a snowflake. She is a friend of. Yes.
Wait,
she
what the
is
fuck?
A friend of.
I had no idea. I didn't know that she
them.
wasn't official.
That's what they call them. Yeah, when they bring people in, you know how it'll say, like, Angie's friend or whoever.
I knew that, but, like, I didn't realize she wasn't a full-fledged housewife. Also, who is she a friend of? Because nobody is her friend.
She's not. Technically Heather, because Heather's the one that brought her in the first place.
That's so funny.
But I know, but it's just crazy because I'm like, normally when it's a friend of, we're not like, if we're seeing the friend, they are with a housewife. They're not just having like scenes on their own with their own storylines.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I didn't know. I always skip the intro, so like I had no idea.
I think depending on how this whole season nets out with like Meredith, Lisa, Brittany, because of everything that happened on the plane. If Brittany comes back next season, I think she'll be a full-time housewife. But right now she's not, and so it's kind of getting on my nerves that we're just like seeing all these storylines net out with her. I don't want to be invested in Jared if I don't know if Brittany's permanent.
I'll never be invested in a man, I can tell you that right now.
No, like not Jared, but like her relationship with Jared.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm sick of seeing his ass. Like, who is this man?
Who is he? And then like, because
nobody
can have a normal relationship in this show. We have to see that strange conversation with Lisa and John.
How bizarre was that? How bizarre. Do you remember that audio?
Bizarre.
How bizarre. That was insane.
He was like, you don't think we're on the same page because nobody's on your specific page.
Right. Like, and also it was just like the way that she just randomly, like, I mean, I'm sure that there was more lead up to this conversation that we just didn't see, but it's just like the way that they were at lunch and all of a sudden she just randomly brings up him irritating her in the car with him.
Like, that really irritated me. That really hurt my feelings.
She's like, you really irritated me in the car the other day with Henry. And he's like, what? He's like, I irritated you because I told you something that you didn't want to hear. I didn't do anything wrong. Am I horrible that I feel zero sympathy for her? Like, am I a bad person for that?
I don't really feel sympathy for like either of them. Like, I just don't think they're right for one another.
Yeah, I don't really think Lisa needs to.
And she's so like die hard that he is her person. And I'm like, I'm just not sure that he is.
Yes, you're so right about that. She's always been that way. She's always like, John is my soulmate. I don't want any other man than John. Lisa, we all know that couple that we went to high school with who posts on Facebook way too much about their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all like, we see through you. We see through you. That's Lisa and John.
For anyone that posts more than a sentence about their significant other during a anniversary or some shit like that, I know that your relationship is fake.
Yep, I totally agree.
And a sentence is even pushing it. 3 words at most, I feel.
Actually, don't even post it.
Don't even, actually,
That
yeah,
should be
don't
between
even
you guys.
say a damn word. I don't care.
That should be personal between the two of you.
I mean, at maximum, like a story post.
Right.
If needed.
Like if you're just absolutely dying to post.
If you have a really good photo of the two of you that you haven't posted yet.
Yeah. Or you're just like dying to post another wedding photo.
Maybe that's an excuse.
And then the most bizarre, I mean, there was so much bizarreness happening in this episode, but the most bizarre was Mary's church.
Why was she wearing a full, like, Met Gala dress?
It's like, that's the vibe of her church.
I was like, what? She's wearing,
like
a red gown.
This church service, I'm convinced, is like Mary's own little award show for herself every
Sunday.
Sunday.
It really was.
Like, it's a little bit unsettling. I thought it was really weird, her sermon and the way that she was acting and like the way that all the women were pretending like this was a normal thing to be witnessing was strange to me. I also feel like I have to mention the fact that there is a documentary coming out on TLC/HBO Max. They're co-owning this thing, I guess, about Mary's church.
Why couldn't I find any information on that when I was looking it up?
The documentary?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because, like, my mom and I were looking it up, and it had, like, already come out or something like that. Like, it was something, like, a while ago, and we were so confused.
It comes out on January 1st, 2026. The Cult of the Real Housewives is what it's called.
I guess, like, in IMDb, my favorite app, they rarely make mistakes. It was saying, like, 2025, as in this past January. It had already come out. So we were, like, super confused.
I bet you they just made a typo. But yeah, I'm so excited to watch it. But honestly, like, because I'm really liking Married this season. So I don't want, but like, all of these housewives do such shady shit. Like, it doesn't surprise me that Mary's church is doing the same.
No, that's so shady.
Yeah. And then, like, of course, this is the first time that we see, well, I don't think Brittany was at the church, but this is the first time that we see Meredith and Lisa reunite with, like, everyone else.
With everybody. I was afraid, personally. I didn't know what was going to happen. But then nothing happened, and I was like,
I know. For me, it's just like the way that Meredith just even refuses to even acknowledge any ounce of what she did is like very unsettling to me.
It is. It's uncomfortable.
But it looked like in the preview for next week's episode, we're going to see her have a conversation with Brittany. So I am going to be sat when I'm watching that.
Legs crossed with a blanket.
No interruption on Do Not Disturb. I'm going dark.
My bangs are pinned back because I don't want to get overstimulated.
Yeah, I'm going to be like locked in. I don't even wear glasses, but I'm going to go get some just to watch this episode to make sure I can see extra better. In some other Real Housewives news, quickly, I just wanted to talk about the fact that at BravoCon, they announced the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, which I'm really excited about. And I think if you want to cover it, I think we should cover it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the reason I'm so excited about it is because Ashley Iaconetti, a former Bachelor/Bachelor in Paradise cast member, is a Real Housewife of Rhode Island. Do you know who she is?
No.
She was like, I don't know if you watched it back then, but she cried a lot. That was like kind of her whole shtick, was that she like really had the ugliest cry you've ever seen. But no, it's like hilarious. And she's definitely going to be crying all throughout Real Housewives. She's still relatively young. She ended up getting married to another Bachelor person. His name is Jared Hyben. He was on Caitlin Bristow's season, and he was kind of a fan favorite, and Ashley was always super into him whenever she first met him, like on Bachelor in Paradise. I think she was maybe on Bachelor in Paradise even for like 2 seasons maybe. And he always, the edit always made it seem like he did not like her at all and that she was just like crazy and delusional. And then now they're married and they have 2 kids together. So it's like kind of a cute story. Yeah, it's like.
Wait, when did they get married?
God, probably like.
Yeah, I don't recognize either of these people.
I would say over 5 years ago they got married. But
wait, okay, season reuniting. I guess I didn't watch these seasons. It might be too early. for me.
She is definitely going to be very entertaining, and I'm excited to see like what her storyline is, because usually Real Housewives are supposed to be like really wealthy. Like I don't really think not that she and her husband are poor, obviously not, but like
Yeah,
I don't
but they're
really, I
not
think,
like housewife.
yeah, like they're still pretty young. Like I wouldn't really expect them to have like a ton of wealth accrued, but also Dolores Catania, a former Real Housewife of New Jersey, is also going to be on this season, because I think maybe her sister is like a full-time housewife and Dolores is like a friend of. Dolores was on last season of Traitors.
And you said she's gonna be on which house?
Rhode Island.
Okay. Has Rhode Island aired yet, or is it just like a build up?
No, they released the trailer at Bravo.
Okay, so there's never been a season of Rhode Island before.
Yes, sorry. They released the trailer for the first season of Rhode Island at BravoCon. This is a completely new Housewives. The first one since
Salt Lake? Yeah, because I thought Salt Lake was the newest.
I think it was. Potomac might be newer than Salt Lake, but I don't think it is.
Well, I'll definitely start watching Rhode Island then, because like I get so overwhelmed trying to watch the older ones. There's just so many seasons.
Yeah, okay, so we will add Rhode Island to our lineup. I'm gonna look at when it.
Oh yeah, when does it air? It'll be fun watching one from like scratch, you know?
I totally agree. Imagine we're like 10 years into doing this show. And we're still covering Rhode Island. That'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
Air date. Sometime in 2026, but an exact release date has not been announced.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one either.
Okay, well, good to know. We will keep an eye on that. Should we keep going on our Bravo streak and do Below Deck Med?
Yeah, I was getting irritated at like pretty much like half of the crew. Because first I was getting irritated at Nathan and Joe because they can't stop goofing the fuck off.
True.
And not taking their job seriously, but thank God Sandy straightened it out, and then Nathan gets like all like mean.
Yeah, I did think that Nathan's outburst was like a little bit much, because it was like he literally went from 0 to 100. Like he was fully goofing off with Joe, and then like literally 30 seconds later was yelling at him. Like there was never a conversation where he was like, hey, we need to get it together.
I think sometimes, like, we ourselves as humans can't, like, we can either be all or nothing. We can either be really, really super, like, fun and having fun with our friends, or, like, and we feel uncomfortable just, like, trying to be a boss, so then it just all of a sudden, like, is, like, a burst of emotion where you get really angry all at once, and I think that's kind of, like, what we saw happening. But hopefully it'll even out and it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they seemed fine by the end of the episode. I just thought it was insane how he was like goofing off, and like there was never an intermediate conversation where it was like goofing off to yelling at him. It was whereas it should have been goofing off, telling them to stop goofing off, and then yelling at them.
There was no pre-warning.
Yeah. Yes. It was just like, I mean, I felt for Joe a little bit because I was like, he's probably so confused. Like,
oh my God. And then the like end of the matchmaking situation where he says he wants to be with both of the women he has left. Both of the women are like, no, we don't want to do that. And so like we left the night thinking that like both of the women are dumping this man. And so the next morning, one girl follows through. The guy sees that this one girl is left, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna pick this one then. And she goes along with it.
I know. And I actually think it's funny. I was kind of thinking that he was leaning towards the one that left.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, well, she made this decision for me. Now I don't have to pick. Thank God.
Yeah, all of those women just looked so much younger than him. That was what was making me super uncomfortable about it.
Yeah, that was super weird. I was glad it was over, but I did enjoy it while it was happening. I'm glad it was done.
Yeah, Aisha was eating that charter up. Like she was literally.
She was having such a good time. The popcorn scenes.
Oh my God,
they're cracking me up. She's so funny.
Even Kizzy like writing the little sticky note where she was like,
yes, she's
tonight's gossip.
Like, that was so good. Like, that's how I want to be at work. Like, that's so funny.
I had another question about this. I noticed that they kept eating all of their meals inside, the guests.
I think that's like preference based and or weather.
But then I don't think it was weather, because then the matchmaker was eating her meals outside.
So then maybe they like chose to eat inside. I think you have the choice. I don't know why I would choose to eat inside on a yacht, but
that's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, why are they eating inside? Like I was confused. And I was like, maybe there's a reason other than, because I don't think they had bad weather, because they were outside like after dinner and stuff like that. But like I was like, I would have been mad if I would have been those girls and the guys like, oh no, we're eating inside. I'd be like, I want to eat outside.
Yeah, but they did get a $25K tip.
Yeah.
Sick.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's very nice. They got $2,000 each.
I'm happy for them.
For
that was
like
like
3 days of work. Yeah, plus what they get paid on top of that. So super nice.
Yeah. What else happened?
Well, they made Kizzy and Kathy both second stew. So like they're like the same rank.
Okay.
So typically it's like chief stew, second stew, third stew. And like the third stew does all like not like the grunt work, but they do like the laundry. They're mostly like interior, like cleaning the rooms and all that jazz. So now they're both second stew because she thought Kathy was like way too experienced to not be second stew, but she didn't want to demote Kizzy. So she was essentially just avoiding conflict. But Kizzy was pissed either way, so whatever.
Yeah, because he was so pissed about it. Shocker.
Yeah.
No
I
one's
found it
surprised.
funny when they were going out, Kizzy did a confessional and she was like, there's these 3 really sexy deck boys. And I was like, they're always leaving out Josh. Like, not that I really think that Josh is that cute, but like, she doesn't
He's
even
not.
see him as like an option to pick.
No.
And like,
she
he
definitely
clearly
doesn't.
is so into her. I just
And I'm
feel
like,
bad for him.
Why? I feel like
I-
she has
well,
a terrible personality.
no, I
I
don't know
any of them are
why.
into her.
I just feel bad that he's being left out.
Yeah, he's too busy though. He does not have time to be in a
No, he
relationship.
does not have time. He's working 21-hour days.
Yeah, he's the only one that doesn't have a helper.
Yeah. The last thing, obviously, like the end of the episode was a little cuckoo crazy because Max and Kizzy start making out, even though Kathy had said in the van that she was into Max.
Because he's such a snake.
She's such a snake. Pissing me off,
also-
and it's gonna cause so many issues. And she doesn't
Also-
even want to date him. Clearly, because she's engaged to another man.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Like, she never was interested in Max until she realized that she had lost Joe to V.
Yep.
Completely.
Yeah, and she was gonna lose Max to Kathy.
Yeah. I was so proud of V though when Captain Sandy was like, V, obviously I'm leaving you out of this conversation when she was like yelling at the boys.
Mm-hmm.
That was so funny. I was scared that V was gonna blow this for herself by like flirting with
No,
Joe.
she is a business woman.
She is. She's locked in. She's good at multitasking. That's the
She
thing.
is.
She can flirt and then get her shit done.
Absolutely.
I just feel like it's so fun having like the drama with the guests and then the drama with the crew is fun.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
much.
perfect.
It's very like entertaining. It's the season started. I feel like it started a little slow. But especially now that Kathy's here, I think it's about to get really good. An episode that I did not think was good this week was the Kardashians.
No, it was so boring because all we got was Kendall's competing in horse shows. Okay, fine. Kim got the Bible. Okay, great. They made jokes about O.J. Simpson being Chloe's dad. Weird. That's a weird joke.
Wait,
Why
I
did we
didn't
have?
catch that.
Yes.
What did they
When
say?
so when Kim gives Chloe the Bible, they're like chit-chatting about it. And like Chloe just made some kind of joke. I can't remember the wording now, but like OJ's handwriting is inside of the Bible. And she's like, "Oh my real dad." And they're all sitting right there.
I'm gagged.
Including
That's actually
Chris.
so funny.
And then Kim told Kourtney about her brain aneurysm, and Kourtney was like, "Okay."
And Kourtney was like, "Your brand new."
Kourtney just wanted to eat a date.
She's insane, dude. I mean, yeah. Let's jump ahead and talk about this conversation because Kourtney acting like she's the only one with a small kid. Like, I'm so tired of hearing her talk about being a mom with a baby. Like, you are insane. Like, your sister is literally telling you about something serious to her life, and all you can think about it. She's like, I just feel like it's me being a first time mom. Like, a mom to a baby is just like so much different. And like, I am just, it's mom brain. Like, I just can't even think about anything else.
You're also not a
Kourtney.
first time mom, bitch.
You're not a first. Maybe she didn't say that, but I swear she did. And I'm
I
just
don't know.
like,
I didn't catch it if
annoyed.
she did.
Like, it just annoys me so much. I'm like, what are you talking about? You also have probably 5 nannies.
And
So
she gets
stop
mad
acting
when like
it's just you taking care of this kid.
she gets mad when Kim is like getting distracted. And Kim is like, I have like real world shit going on right now. I'm not gonna pick out your wallpaper.
Kim is trying so hard not to explode on Kourtney's ass. Like, she's over it. I mean, the most concerning aspect of the whole conversation between them was her telling Kim that she needs to stop working so much, or that she needs to stop working at all and be home with her kids. Like, Kourtney, you literally had this an identical conversation with Chloe in the last episode.
Yeah, like you need to calm down. Like they both want to work. Like let them live their lives.
And also, what is telling Kim that she shouldn't have gone to law school gonna do after she's already finished law school?
Like what? Like this is
What
her
does that
passion.
do?
Like shut up. Like that's disrespectful.
And like, once again, do I think that Kim Kardashian is ever gonna be an actual practicing lawyer? No, I don't. But
I
if she
do.
wants to
I have such faith.
Well, she didn't pass the bar. So that
I
makes
know,
me-
but you
that
can
makes
take
me
the bar
nervous.
again.
Percent. I just like, do I think that Kim Kardashian is ever going to live a normal life as a normal lawyer? No, I don't. But I do hope that she gets to fulfill her dreams if that's what she wants to do.
I agree.
In some
I agree.
way.
Yeah.
You know, like, if that's what she wants to do, by all means, go out
Yeah.
there and do it. Kourtney is a bad sister for telling her that she's made poor decisions in her life in regard to her kids, and that's the reason why she has an aneurysm.
No, that was like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Also, Kourtney ditching her family for Easter.
Yeah, literally.
Like, what? And I have to say, imagine the most interesting thing to me that happened the entire episode was Chloe and Chris going up to these random teenagers.
Chris
having a
was so
party.
mad. She did not want to do that. But Chloe was like, I just want to say hi. And I also
like,
feel like
"Hi,
that's
guys.
very out of
What are you
character for
doing?"
Chloe as well. I was like, what are we doing?
I really feel like Chloe's coming out of her shell this season
I
a
do.
little bit.
I thought it was funny, but then like they were like peeping into the house. And I was like, guys, leave them alone. They said
I know,
hi.
But
leave
I
them
can't
alone.
really blame them because they went over there.
That's fair. But like,
I mean, Julia, if we were at a house next to the Kardashians and I walked out there, or you walked out there and the other one didn't tell, then like I would be pissed if you saw the Kardashians and they didn't tell me.
of course I would tell you. I'm not saying that doesn't mean you need to then go up to their window.
Oh, I would have gone out to their window. 1,000%. I would have been stepping inside.
You would have had one of those, what's that thing called? A restraining order.
I would have had security on my ass so quick. I wouldn't
Chris
have even been able to say
would've killed you.
Kardashian. Like, it would have been like Cynthia Erivo protecting Ariana Grande. That would have been security and me.
Oh, that's funny. That was a funny video.
It really was. But I also feel like I just have to say to the listeners of the pod that we support Kendall's horse girl energy over here because once upon a time, someone on this podcast was also a horse girl.
Oh my god. Like, I just don't understand why we have to keep bringing this up.
I think that's the first time I brought it up.
I'm not ashamed of it.
No, you shouldn't be. I think it's a niche hobby. You know who else is a horse girl? Ariana Madix.
That tracks.
Yeah, it does.
Yes,
Ariana
guys.
Madix, Lisa Vanderpump, Brie from Selling Sunset, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, I competed, guys, but not in English, not like Kendall and I'm sure Ariana. I rode Western, so I was more of a rodeo girl.
Period, poo.
Period.
I could see you getting back into it.
I would 100% get back into it. That's just a really expensive hobby. And speaking of expensive hobbies, is Brie just casually horse shopping and buying a horse same day?
Do you think her money is real? Because I'm getting to the point where I'm like, she's doing some insane things.
It has to be real. It has to be real. But well, I feel like a lot of it, like Nick, I know they're rich. Like I know they make good money. Both of them.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, that was so funny. I mean, honestly, it's like I'm liking the Brie and Mary dynamic.
Yeah. I wrote Brie casually horse shopping. How does it feel to live my dream?
She's living her dream life. She's
living my dream. She just bought a horse out of nowhere.
Her kid is really cute too.
Her kid is so cute. He goes, Thor.
Thor. That's what I'm naming
Thor.
Thor. I would have been like dirt.
I also didn't realize that they called him Leggy. I don't like that. I won't lie.
No, me neither. I mean, I think the name is ridiculous. Like, who names their kid?
Yeah, but like
Legendary?
call him Legendary then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we calling him Leggy? Sounds like
maybe
Veggie.
Call him by his middle name. I don't know.
I don't know what his middle name is.
Me neither. It's probably like something insane. Also,
Legendary Grand Canyon.
Yeah, like I actually not Grand Canyon. Imagine they literally named their kid Grand so that it sounded like Grand Canyon.
So obviously Jason has to tell everybody that he's fired Nicole. Everyone is like overjoyed, but they don't want to show it, and I thought that was funny.
Which fired is a loose term because she's still works for the
I was like, why aren't we talking about the elephant in the room? That she still works there.
Right. And I'm pretty sure well, actually, I'm not going to say that because it's a spoiler alert. But I did have a thought because I've obviously watched Selling Sunset through all the way. So this is my second time going back watching it. And I do feel like I'm starting to feel a bit differently about some people than I did the first time watching it. Not Nicole, but a thought that I did have about this situation is that it's interesting to me that they fired her over something that happened outside of a workplace setting.
Okay.
Like, I do think like, obviously I understand they're all filming a show together, so like their whole lives are a workplace setting. But when it comes to her being at the brokerage, it did not happen in the workplace. So when Nicole was saying, like, I just think it's insane that, I'm the one reaping the consequences of this, I feel like maybe I could see just a little bit, like 10% where she's coming from with that.
I mean, that's fair.
That's probably giving her too much of the benefit of the doubt, given that, it was her fault that this whole feud started with Chrishell in the first place,
sure.
4 seasons ago. Nonetheless, I mean, Chrishell and Chelsea were just grinning ear to ear.
Yeah. Oh, and then we meet this new man who I know is going to be like the epitome of like the doom of everything for the rest of the season. You mean Emma's boyfriend.
Emma's boyfriend.
What's his name?
Blake.
Chelsea says that Chriselle thinks that this man is literally Satan.
Yes, and that was so clear by the way she acted at
Yeah.
that lunch. What did you think about Chriselle's behavior?
Chriselle's behavior is like a little bit insane to me. Like, I don't know, like at some point the friendship is more important than like the supporting of the relationship. Like with how like Chelsea's being. Like Chelsea's like, I don't like him, but like I support you. And like as long as he's not beating her up, like this is not like an abusive relationship, at least as of right now. I don't know anything further.
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to speak on it in the context that I haven't watched the rest of the season because that obviously just confuses things. I agree with you. And when I said that some of my opinions were changing, it's really about Chelsea because I've never been a Chelsea fan. Something about her has always rubbed me the wrong way ever since Christine brought her on in like season 7, maybe it was, and 6 or 7. And even upon my first watch of season 10, I still wasn't really liking her. But now that I'm rewatching it, I'm like, she's actually kind of growing on me this season a little bit. So I'm glad I'm rewatching it as you're seeing it for the first time. And I agree with you. I felt like Chelsea did what I would do. Like I would do the same thing. I would say, I don't really know that he's my favorite. I'm not sure that he's right for her. But if this is who she wants to be with, she's a grown woman. I can't tell her that she can't date someone. And I'm certainly not going to end the friendship over it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You never want your friend to feel as if they cannot come to you when something goes wrong. Because you never want to, like, if I was Emma and then, like, something's going really bad with Blake, who am I going to go to? I'm going to go to Chelsea because I know that Chelsea still supports me. I'm not going to go to Chriselle because all I'm going to get is an I told you so. And I'm going to get made fun of. When in that moment, I probably need actual help. And so I'm going to go to the friend who has shown me that they are supporting me. I'm not going to go to the friend who always hated him because then I'm just going to feel like more like shitty about myself than I already probably do. Like that's just not the way to go about things like this. Like things like this are so delicate. And it really was irritating me that whole time. And did I like Blake? No, absolutely not. That man has never touched a vegetable and it looks like it.
I mean, what is he? And also, I just feel like he was representing himself in such a poor way, almost on purpose.
He was self-deprecating himself because he knows they don't like him already. And I'm like, this isn't the way to go about it.
And not to mention the fact that I just felt like he was just like almost trying to feed into the stereotype that people from the South are uneducated. And like,
I also wasn't, I didn't realize he was Southern. I wasn't expecting the accent.
I know. And like, also, I think he said he lives in Atlanta. So it's like,
and why is he the dumbest person alive? Like, you don't know basic geography? I don't know.
Doesn't know where Boston is, but grew up on the East Coast his entire life. Make it make sense. That's why I'm like, I agree with you. I feel like he was playing it up, and I also can't tell if he's genuinely doing that because he's feeling insecure or if he's actually just that sarcastic and dry that he's like, this is his sense of humor. But obviously it's not like if that's his sense of humor, it's not going to land with people in LA. Because for them, it's everything at face. As much as Chriselle would like to probably not admit it, she's the same way. It's everything at face value. They're going to take their first impression of you, and that's what they're going to run with. That's what people in LA are. They're shallow.
Yeah.
They all are. Like, I hate to generalize, but, like, you know, I think we've seen enough reality TV come out of LA to know that, like, they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and I did agree with Chriselle when she says that, like, it feels like she's having a conversation with a child because I felt the same way. And I'm sure Chelsea also thought that, but like Chelsea kept it to herself. Like clearly Emma is happy with whatever she sees in this man. That's what you should care about.
Agreed. And I just felt with Emma, I agree with you. I felt for Emma with how hard Chriselle was going in. I think that there's a time and place for everything. And I think that one of Chriselle's biggest flaws ever since she started dating / has married G is that she's unable to remember herself in bad relationships. Like Chriselle had a lot of bad relationships before G. And I would even go as far as to say that her relationship with G is not as perfect as they portray it to be.
I don't really know anything about the her relationship with G.
Exactly. That's why I feel like it's maybe not as perfect as Chriselle and G portray it to be, because
intriguing.
Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just pure speculation. Like, obviously, I hope that they're happy together, but I'm not like wishing praying on their downfall. But like, that's why I just feel like Chriselle is having no empathy when Chriselle literally got blindsided with a divorce. Like,
Yeah, that's what
Chriselle
like,
knows what it's like to be in a relationship with somebody that is not treating you well.
And maybe that's also where she's coming from, because she doesn't want Emma to fall in that. But you would think back to like how you were feeling in that moment and how like what friends you then leaned on. And it definitely wasn't the ones that were being mean to begin with.
I also think it's, why is Emma dating a 27-year-old? But that's just pure.
How old is Emma?
She's like 33.
Oh, I didn't realize he was so
If it was
young.
reversed, like if she was 27 and he was 33, I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
I didn't realize he was young, but I also didn't realize she was that old, to be totally honest. I forget that like Chriselle's like in her 40s.
Chriselle is 45.
Yeah, I forget that on a daily basis. That's another thing. I think we need to take into account the age difference between Chriselle and Emma. Because I think that Chriselle herself is forgetting that. Emma is 33 years old, and you are 45, Chriselle. That's more than a 10-year age difference. Like, you can't speak to her as if you're in the same stage of life.
Right. You can't expect her to be as mature and evolved as you. She literally is. She's barely.
Yeah, this is
she's
a
not
whole
even in
new.
her. She's not even in her late 30s.
Yeah, this is a whole new dynamic. I forgot about this like large age difference, because
yeah,
they all have that work done. I can't tell age in anybody anymore.
No, me neither. The only two that look older to me are Mary and Amanda.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Mary,
but not in a bad way.
No, they look great. They just look their age, which is great. Like there's no issue with that.
They look their age, but with Botox. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel for Emma. I mean, obviously a lot more happened, and like there's been a lot of online controversy with like the way that Chriselle has treated Emma when it comes to this relationship. So I'll be interested to see like how you feel about it as we continue. Yeah,
I'm interested to continue on.
And the last thing I have a genuine question for you that I don't think that you'll have the answer to either, because this is not either of our worlds, but why do you think a cannabis distributor needs so much security? Surely they don't keep it in their home.
I don't know, from like angry people, from like my first thought is like the police, but I'm like, not if you're on a TV show like bragging about it. So you're not legal in California. Yeah, I guess like typically it should be like, I don't know. I genuinely like, I'm like grasping at straws. Like I don't know like what he has such a big head is what I was like feeling. I'm like
physically?
No, like he has such like his personality, like he just feels like he needs like more than he really does. Like he just has like he's arrogant. He's arrogant, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I was confused about that too, because I guess
I don't
really know what
clearly
a cannabis
neither of us
is.
are drug dealers, so
no, or neither of us dabble in drug use either.
Can't say that I do.
So
yeah.
Like I wasn't sure if a cannabis distributor is literally keeping their stock in their home, or maybe just their money in their home. I don't know. If anyone has any insights on this, please let us know.
Please,
because I don't really want to Google it. Because
clearly we're naive in this situation, and I'll say it.
And I don't need that in my I don't need that in my Google search history. Someone let us know.
Please.
But it's crazy that we're halfway through this season of Selling Sunset already.
I know, it's crazy that we're done with Special Forces. I think I'm gonna have a hard time letting that go.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you liked it. I was worried this was gonna be a one and done for you.
No, I'm gonna watch the next season, and I'm gonna make my mom watch too.
Yeah, and I think we need to make her famous so she can go on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. The only other thing that I'll say about Selling Sunset is that at the end of this episode we got the fires.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which is
I
so
forgot
sad.
about that, because the preview into the next one. Yeah, it was horrendous.
Just absolutely devastating. I honestly was wondering if they were even gonna continue to film this show with all that going on.
Was it them or the Kardashian show that had like the beginning preview where they were like, just so you know, we started filming this before the fires?
It was Selling Sunset.
Okay.
The first 4 episodes were before the fires, which also just goes to show how long ago this was filmed. Because the fires happened in
I hate
early
that.
2025.
What happened to a quick turnaround?
You guys are making, once again, my same beef that I had with Nobody Wants This. These episodes are not that long. These are barely 30-minute episodes. What is going on in the editor's room? They clearly need a better project manager.
Clearly.
That's what I'll say on.
Hire us. We're available.
Yeah. Period. Get us in the editing room. I'll edit that shit.
Get me there.
Like, if I got to watch all that footage, it'd be game over.
Oh, are you kidding?
The moment that NDA was up, I would be running my damn mouth all over town.
Don't trust me with an NDA.
No. I would never sign one in the first place.
That's fair.
For everybody that's told us that our episodes are too long, this one's for you.
I.e. every single person who I've talked to about the podcast.
Yeah. Same.
First of all, screw you guys for trying to bring us down. But
I
you're
know.
welcome.
Your negative energy did not impact that, but we did take your feedback seriously.
Yeah, we don't take slander, but we do take it into consideration sometimes.
Yeah, and speaking of slander, if you haven't listened to our Fame Files episode from this past Thursday, it is all about the defamation case between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Really good episode, if I do say so myself, as the author.
Yes, it was a great episode.
And then this week we also have another scandal vibe with the college admissions scandal. So we're kind of on a little streak with the scandal content, but it's just
who doesn't love a good scandal for Thanksgiving?
Oh my god, so true. And also, like, I think we said this when we were recording the episode, but this is around the time, I guess, when high schoolers will either start applying to colleges, or maybe some of them are even getting their acceptance letters / rejection letters / their parents are paying for them to get into a certain school.
Yeah. So if you need a break from your own family scandal at Thanksgiving, go listen to another family scandal.
That's so true. And also watch Desperate Housewives.
I'm enjoying it very much.
And like, I will forgive Felicity Huffman for her transgressions
I've already
in the
forgiven
college
her.
admission scandals, because I love Desperate Housewives so much.
I've forgiven her. She just
so good. So that's this Thursday, college admissions, and then next week, of course, we'll be back with another reality digest. And then next Thursday, our Fame Files episode is going to be, I've been waiting for this one, drum roll please.
Did you want me to make a drum roll with my mouth?
You know what? The moment's passed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to be doing that, but thanks.
We're doing Scandival. Our Fame Files on December 4th is on Scandival, which is just such tea. I didn't even plan this, you guys, but it's this, well, I kind of did, but not at first. It's the same day that Vanderpump Rules season 12 premieres, which is just so exciting. We will be covering Vanderpump Rules season 12. Julia has never watched VPR before.
Never.
So this will be her introduction to Vanderpump.
I have seen the Scandival episodes, though, just so you guys know.
Yeah, she's seen here and there, and like she knows who some of the characters are, but the only one that's coming back is Lisa and Peter, I think, but God bless him. He's going to be buried at SUR. That's neither here nor there. I think it'll be fun to have a perspective of me who's watched Vanderpump like 4 times, and you who's never seen it before.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yes, college admissions, and then Scandival, and then I'm not really sure what's coming next after that, so we'll keep you posted.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Oh my god, we're so close to the Taylor Swift docuseries.
What is it, December 6th or something?
The 12th.
Oh, the 12th. Okay.
And I feel like that'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, I think we'll do a little mini episode on it.
Absolutely.
So there will be a bonus episode in December. We've never done that before.
No, we haven't. Not yet.
Not yet. But for her, we have to.
For her, I would do anything.
Yeah. I would sign an NDA.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
I know.
But like, if we're both under... No, that's what I'm saying. But if we're both under the NDA, it doesn't matter.
I know.
So
oh my God. Can you imagine how much that would drive our moms crazy?
Would you really not tell your mom if you were under an NDA?
No, I guess it depends on what would happen to me if I broke the NDA.
Like, it's breaking NDA, does that ever result in death? Like, truly?
Death, no, but jail time, potentially.
That's crazy.
Death.
Like, I don't think, like, that's, my mind's going to worst case scenario.
I mean, maybe, like, a hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not, like, the death penalty or anything like that. But yeah, maybe, like, a murder. I'm sure something like that's happened. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah. Let us know.
Nonetheless, if anyone has an NDA that they want us to sign, we will be reading it very thoroughly. So, on that note, thanks for listening, everybody, and happy early Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy me birthday week.
Happy you birthday week.
Happy Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade week.
Period.
I don't know what else happens during this week. Oh my god, happy Stranger Things release week. Happy Zootopia 2 release week. Happy 1 week of Wicked Part 2.
So much is happening this week.
Oh, and for those of you who are Wattpad readers, happy The QB and Me Part 2 movie release.
Come again?
I don't want to share further.
Okay, I don't really think I want to know further. Anything with the letters QB attached in the same sentence, none of my business. Not for me. Any whoosies, as Julia opened up the episode with.
Is that what I said?
You did say that, and I liked it. I was a fan. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos. The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.